I'm recording the session. Do you have any doubts from previous sessions?
Sir, I sent the mail of the designs I made.
You sent. Okay, I'll check that. Okay, I'll check and let you know. Next class.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
What's your name?
Vijesh.
Vijesh. Okay, I'll check that.
I am also done the assignment, sir.
Have you sent that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today we'll discuss about raster graphics versus vector graphics. Vector graphics. So that is the main difference. Raster graphics are pixel dependent. Um, in raster graphics, whatever you create, that is, you are creating pixels. For example, here when I am drawing shapes using circle, I will take default Photoshop. Put 300 and click OK. See here, when I'm drawing these shapes, actually the circle or rectangle, any shapes, I'm drawing width and height here, like this, or take a rectangle. You're drawing like this. So this has a width and height that is fixed. Okay. For example, if I draw a small rectangle like this and take a new layer and fill it with some color like this. So actually what happening here is it is having pixels like this. Can you see the pixels? So each and every pixel is one color. Even if you take a photograph also, when I take a photo, something like this penguins, when you zoom in, you will see pixels. Okay, raster graphics are found because of these pixels only. So each and every pixel contribute for the whole image. The entire image is found by arranging these pixels. So each pixel has its own value, its own color value. Okay. Each pixel contributes to an entire image. So it is pixel dependent. If you have 10 pixels, that is 10 pixels image, that 10 pixels raster, it is fixed. But in vector graphics, it is independent of resolution. Resolution means it may have any number of pixels, infinite. Okay. So the main difference you will find is when you are scaling up, we can scale or increase the size to an infinite. Okay. But in raster, if we scale the raster images, it will blur. Okay, the detail will blur. Say for example, you have an image, something like this. It is having a fixed width, like 2 inches or 200 pixels, and let's say this one is 150 pixels. Okay, an image is having 200 pixels width and 150 pixels width. So if I want to make this one to a higher resolution, like a big one, that is scaling up, increasing the size of the raster. For example, this is one raster image. This is a raster image. Consider this is a raster image. If I want to increase this one to a higher resolution, like this, if I want to scale up, so my new resolution will be having, say 2000 pixels, and this can be 1500 pixels. So I want to convert like that. If I want to resize the image, if I want to increase the size of the image, when it is raster image, what happens is the image details, whatever the content inside the image will get blurred. You'll get a result of a blurred image. You will not be able to see the clear picture. The image will get blurred. Let's see that. For example, if I download a logo, I'll show you that. We already have logos, right? We already have logos here. For example, this Autodesk logo PNG, if I open this, and this is having an image size of, I can check the image size here, right click, image size. I can check the image size here. Like yesterday we have seen canvas size. I'm checking the image size here. So the image size is having 5000 pixels and height is 830. Okay. So it is a bit high resolution. I'll take a new image, like a US paper or international paper, A4. Just not this one. I will increase this one like 5000 by 5000 and then click OK. Oh, sorry, that is millimeters in pixels. I will take 5000 pixels, 5000 pixels by 5000 pixels.
Rakesh garu,
Yeah,
first of all, how will we know if it's a raster image or vector image?
I'll tell you that. I'm telling that only.
Okay, okay.
Okay, click OK. I'm dragging this logo here. Okay, this logo like this. I want to delete this text, for example. I'll delete this text. I want to take only the logo. So this is the logo. When I scale up, when I increase the size of this logo, like this, and press enter, you will see these edges are not sharp, they are blurred. When I increase the size of a raster image, it will get blurred, okay? What are raster images? How to identify that, I will tell now. So you understood, if you scale up the raster image, it will get blurred. That is the disadvantage of raster images. Vector images, that is resolution independent of resolutions. If we can scale up to any size, you can increase up to infinite, okay? So example of raster images, photographs, whatever photographs we take, the pictures we take with the camera pictures, okay, whatever you shoot with the camera, that is all raster only, okay? Whatever we created till now is raster. Whatever we have used, like we have created gradients, we have selected circles, rectangles, whatever we have created in Photoshop also is a raster. All photographs are raster, okay? There is no vector photographs. There is no camera like that. All camera pictures, all camera shot pictures, they are all rasters, okay? These all are rasters. So they have fixed resolution. Like when you take a 5 megapixel camera, for example, a camera has like 2 megapixel camera. So the resolution is fixed. 2 megapixel means 2 into mega means how much? Kilo. 1000 is 1 kilo. 10,000 is 1 mega, right? So it's like that. It is having 20,000 pixels, both in width and height. 2 MP pixels, like 2 megapixel means maybe in like this, 200 into 100 height, 200 into 100, that is a small image. Say if you take a 5 megapixel camera, that is fixed. 5 megapixel means 5 megapixels, mega means 10,000. So that is fixed number of pixels. If you take, how much is the recent megapixels, like 50 megapixels, 100 megapixels. So that is fixed. The quality of the image is fixed. If you want to increase a 2 megapixel image, like 2 megapixel image to a 5 megapixel, that is not possible. Means if you do it also, the image will get blurred if you increase the size of the picture. For example, we have that shoe image, right? Yesterday we have worked with the shoe image. This image. So this is a low resolution image. What is the size of this one? Right click, image size. It is 640 into 960. That is in pixels. 640 pixels in width, 960 in height. Say if I want to convert that to 5000 by 5000, for example, and click OK. I want to drag and drop this image into this here. That is a small image. If I scale this up, if I transform this like this and press enter, what happens is the image will get blurred. Okay, you will see the image details will be blurred. So that is a disadvantage. Raster images are fixed resolution, but vector graphics are independent of resolutions. Photoshop is raster based software, okay? Photoshop is raster. We will work with rasters, also vectors, okay? Also vectors. We have both vectors and rasters in photographs. In Photoshop, we have both raster and also vector graphics. There are certain softwares which we use only vectors, okay, like Adobe Illustrator, um, Corel Draw, okay, Corel Draw and Adobe Illustrator. These are vector-based softwares, means whatever you create in this software will be a vector, and that will be resolution independent. Maybe if you do a small 2-inch design, like I said here. Say if you go to Corel Draw, in Corel Draw, say you have design like this. Say it is 2-inch by 2-inch, 2-inch by 2-inch. And if you want to scale this up, there is no limitation. If you want to scale this up, there is no limitation. That can be going up to infinite. There is no definite resolution for this. Okay, if you scale this one to a 20-inch by 20-inch rectangle, okay, that is possible. 20-inch, and this is also 20-inch. The image is not blurred. The graphic is not blurred. It will maintain the quality. In vector graphics, quality is retained. Okay, the quality which we create here, the quality 1, and here the quality will not change. It will remain the same quality. But as in raster image, if you have a quality here, you'll get the quality blurred. You get a low quality. Okay. So till now what we have learned, like selecting pixels with this selection tools, that is raster. Okay, whatever shapes we have created are resolution dependent. Means if I draw a small circle, for example, like this, and fill it, and the same circle I will copy, Control J. One second, guys. I have to take new layer, fill this. This is a small raster circle. Control J, Control T, and I want to move this one. I want to move this one and scale it up. So what happened here is the quality of this circle is getting blurred. The edges are not sharp, blurred. Here you can see this edge is sharp. When I scale up, it will get blurred.
Rakesh Gar, even
yeah.
if we take a print, the image also will be blurred
Yes.
in the print also.
Means if you are printing a document, you have to decide, you have to ensure in Photoshop itself, the image is not blurred. If it is blurred in Photoshop, the print also will be reflecting the same.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever you see here gets printed. If you see blur here, then print also will have the same blur. Okay, till now what we have selected like these rectangles, whatever we have done is raster. Okay. So we'll see vector graphics today, vector shapes. I'm taking new document like 5000 by 5000. So in Photoshop, I'm giving a list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119 text is a vector. Text tool. Text, whatever text you are typing is a vector. Okay. So when you scale up the text or scale down the text, there is no change in the resolution. If you observe that, I'll show you. Okay. So text tool, when I take a text tool and type a small text, so very small it is. Okay. It is very small text. Sample text, very small. Let me increase the font size. I'll increase the font size to 30, for example. Okay, 30 pixels. I'll copy this, duplicate, Alt drag to duplicate. Okay, you can drag using Alt and drag, you will get a duplicate. And if I change the size, you change the size of this one to 72, or if I transform it, if I increase the text size by transforming and click enter, you see the edges are crispy, very sharp. Understood this one? Text tool is a vector. When you scale up a vector graphic, when you resize the vector graphic, when it is small, it has the same quality. When you scale up also, it has retained the same quality. The quality is not blurred. Text tool is a vector graphics. Whatever you select with rectangle, circle and fill it, that will be raster graphics. Clear? So that is one example. Text is a vector. Even if you scale the text to any size, the quality will be same. There is no change in the sharpness of the picture. The quality means the sharpness. How sharp is the picture will decide the quality. If it is getting blurred, poor quality. If it is retaining the same quality, that is vectors. Okay. So Adobe Illustrator and CorelDRAW will use this kind of graphics. Means when you scale up the graphics in CorelDRAW or Illustrator, that will maintain the same quality. Like if you are printing for if you are designing for a small brochure, or if you are designing for a big flex, you can use the same width and height. Okay, if you draw a small circle in one image, if you take the circle to a big image, it will have the same resolution, same quality. Okay, they are resolution independent. What is resolution means? The number of pixels in 1 inch, right? Okay, let's say some other tools. So here we have shapes, rectangle shapes, these shapes. Same like this rectangle and ellipse, we have some shapes here. So these all are raster. This is raster. Whatever graphics we are creating with the selection tools are raster graphics. If you want to create vector graphics, you have to use this rectangle. All these tools will be same rectangle, circle, whatever you want, you can create. Any other shapes, custom shapes also possible here. We have custom shapes, and there is a line tool. Like if you want to draw a single line, you can draw with this. So this entire thing is vector graphics. So all this entire tools, whatever is seeing here, are vector graphics. And one more tool is there, that is pen tool. That is also vector. Clear? So here I want to mention one thing. Vector graphics are produced using paths. Path means lines, contours. Okay, we call it as contours in mathematical term. Vector graphics uses some math to reproduce some math. Okay, vector graphics use some math. When you're scaling up or down, it will apply that mathematical principles, so the quality will retain as it is. Okay, you don't have to learn math. The software is using some math, okay, inside. But raster images not using any kind of math, it will just draw some pixels. Okay, raster images are produced using pixels. Raster images are produced using pixels. The number of pixels in the raster image decides the quality. That is the difference. You understood the difference? Raster images, we cannot scale up to some limit. Okay, there is a limit. If you want to scale the image to a large scale, it is not possible. The quality will be blurred. But in vector graphics, we can scale the image to infinite size. So today we will be learning about this pen tool, this rectangle, rounded rectangle, ellipse, polygon tool, line, custom shape, and the tool properties here. The tool properties over here. That is what our today's class. And from here onwards, we are not using these selection tools anymore. Rarely we will use these selection tools. We forget this. Okay. We will be using these tools because they are resolution independent. The quality will be higher. Okay. And one more disadvantage of vector graphics is disadvantage of vector graphics. There is a disadvantage. We cannot create multiple colors. Instead, we have to go with single solid color design. Okay, single solid color designs. For example, I'll show you vector graphics. Something like this. These all are solid colors. This is not a gradient. You can see white to this green, dark green, has 4 steps. So something like this, solid colors. We have to use solid color shapes. When you draw this shape, this is single solid color, this is another single solid color, this is another color. But design looks cool. You can scale up or scale down, the quality will be same. No camera, no photograph will be available in vector graphics. Okay. Photographs are not vector. So when you want to combine vector and vector graphics with raster, you have to decide your quality. Like if you have to choose a high quality photograph, okay, you have to choose a high quality photograph when you are working with vector graphics. If you take a low resolution image and put into vector graphics, that will be a problem again. Okay, photographs are not vectors, so we can't use with vector designs. When you are designing with vectors, we have to avoid photographs. We can't use them. If we use also, there is a limitation. Photograph will be raster. So when you want to scale up the design, that is not possible. So everything, this this text is vector, these shapes are vector. You can see. This text and the shapes are vector here. Even this logo is a unicolor, single color logo, that is a vector. Okay. So vector graphics, there is a limitation. You can use only one single solid color in a one shape. I will draw and show you. I will show you these shapes. Let's do a practical example. I'm taking a default photo size of 300 by 300. Click OK. So this pen tool here, this pen tool is a vector. This text is a vector. And this is a vector, this rectangle. I'm taking the rectangle here. Right click, take rectangle. And you have fill color here. I'm choosing the color. I can choose some green color. And you can just draw like this. Okay, when you draw, it is a vector shape. And when you draw, it is automatically creating a new layer. You can see that it is creating a rectangle new layer. Okay, unlike this one, this will come in a new layer. We have to create that new layer. But when you are creating vector graphics like this shape, rectangle shape or circle shape, when you're drawing a circle shape, that circle shape will go into a new layer automatically. You don't have to create new layer, it will create by itself. A polygon tool, you can draw a polygon tool. I'll take a new color here, like blue. Sorry, that is changing this layer. Deselect the layer, okay? So deselect the layer and change the color to blue and then draw. So that is a new layer. This is new layer. This is auto select. This is new layer. This is another new layer. So everything comes into a new layer and you take a closer look of this image. This image is drawn using a line here. Can you see that? That is a path. So I mentioned it here. Vector graphics are produced using path, contours, shapes. Okay. So I will show you that path here. When I zoom in, can you see the line here? A black color line. When you zoom in and see the edge, there is a path. That is the path. Even for the circle, when you take the circle, you can see a path running here like this. A circular path is running here. There is a path. Clear? Even for this rectangle also, you can see a path here. Okay. So they are done using paths. Say you have this line tool, for example, line tool, draw a line. That is a path. A green line, a 1 pixel green line is drawn. That is a path. Okay. If you draw a custom shape, if you go to custom shape, you can draw any shape like this bunny fish. When I'm drawing, you can see a path is drawn first, and then path is getting filled with the fill color here. I can choose a different color. This is custom shape. When you take in custom shape, in the toolbar, we have these shapes here. Okay. So when you take a custom shape tool, like this amoeba shape tool, this one, the custom shape means you can have different shapes. So in the toolbar, you will see a button here, this shape button, shape menu. You just open this, you just click on this button. See what happens when I click here and just try to adjust this box. We have variety of shapes. Photoshop is already having these shapes. Okay, any Photoshop has these shapes. It comes with the installation. So inside the shapes, we have variety of shape examples. So these are the different shapes. We have symbols, we have designs like frames, we have icons, all the shapes, leaf shapes, flower shapes, umbrella, foot, hand, puzzles, all kind of shapes will be there. Music, arrows, directions.
All these are vector, right?
Yeah, all these are vectors.
Yeah.
Shapes all are vectors. Whatever you create from here, whatever you create from this menu is vector. You can see in toolbar, there is a line here, there is a line here. Can you see that? They are grouped. These four tools are grouped. That group is vector group. Clear? Similarly, we have this group. There is a line border here. That group is selection tools. These are brush tools. These are brush tools. I didn't discuss about brush tools. They are brush tools. They are groups. So all these four tools, pen tool, text tool, custom shapes tool like rectangle, circle, line, and custom shapes, all these tools are vector shapes, vector tools. Okay, whatever you create with these four kinds will be resolution independent. You can scale up or scale down, do whatever, but the limitation is solid colors. You cannot have gradients in this. Clear? You cannot have multiple color pixels in this. Unicolor pixels. One shape, one color fixed. Fixed
No
color.
gradients also.
No gradients. We can have gradients, but that is a different thing. Okay. Remember that solid colors are limited. Limitation is solid colors. Okay. There is some cheating. We can do cheating. Like combining gradient means we are again combining with the raster. Okay. Vector graphics are by default they are limited to one single color. Remember that. Okay. Now you
With pen tool, we can draw free images.
sorry, come again.
Pen tool, pen tool.
Yeah, pen tool we can create any shape, our own shapes. Using pen tool, we can put points and create our own shapes. You can draw like this. I will explain that.
What if we don't want any color?
I will tell that. Wait. Okay, I'm coming there only. So here, when you're drawing with this rectangle, you can see this option in the top. In the toolbar, we have this option. Okay. Three options are there. One is shape. What we have created till now are shapes. You can draw only path that will not have any fill color. If you put this one in path mode, path means only the outline. Okay, remember that. This is shape with fill color, with fill color. Path is something without color. Without any fill color, only path. Only path. Can you guess the other one? Pixels. Pixels is without path. Without path, only fill color. So this will have both color, path also. The first one, shape with fill color and path. Are you able to see the text?
Yes.
I'm typing in black actually. What? I'll write again, okay? I'll write with some green color. Shape means with path and fill color, okay? That is shape. Path means only path, no fill color. Only path, no fill color. This is only fill color, no path. What is the advantage of path? What is the advantage of having path and not having path? That I will explain, okay? Only fill color, no path. Okay, when you draw using shape mode, it will create a path and a fill color. When you draw using path, it will draw only path with no color, like a empty color. It's like transparent. When you draw with pixels, it will not draw any path. Instead, it will fill only color. Okay. So if you have path, we can edit the shape. If you don't have path, we cannot edit the shape. The advantage of having path. Okay. So when I'm drawing a custom shape, for example, I'm drawing this bunny, for example. This bunny, I draw this bunny in a mode called shape mode. Okay. I will change the shape mode to path mode, and you can see the options got changed. Okay. The color, fill color is not available now. When you are in shape mode, fill color and stroke is available. Stroke means the outline, you know, right? Stroke means like edit stroke. We can give the outline for that. But in path mode, if you draw, it is just giving the path. In pixels mode, I have to take a new layer for that. Take a new layer. It's same like your this one, selection tool. It will just draw the foreground color. Okay, whatever color here I'm keeping, draw just the foreground color, and there is no path for this. If you look at the edge in close up, when you zoom and look at the edge, there is no path. When you zoom here, you have to select the layer. You can select the layer and you can see there is a path running here. So the advantage of having path is we can edit the path. Okay. So how to edit the path? There is path editing tools. This one, path selection tool, direct selection tool. There are two tools here. That is like move tool. Same like your move tool. We have path selection tool and direct selection tool. Using this, we can select the path selection tool and click here. You can see points. You can drag these points. Okay, using direct selection tool, I'll select this. Using direct selection tool, we can edit the points. Maybe I want to modify this rabbit, this ears little bit longer like this. I can modify that. The advantage of having path is we can modify even after closing and opening the document also. Like if I save this one, save this file. Okay, I saved this file. I'm closing the Photoshop entirely. And next day I will come and open this. It will be like that only. We can modify the shape anytime. Even after closing and opening the document also, that shape we can touch and edit using direct selection tool and path selection tools. Like if I go to this direct selection tool and click on the edge and click on the edge like this, we can see the path. Still it is available. So we can modify. We can modify like that. We can add more number of points. We can add points. We can add points here. Using pen tool, we can add points. And if you want to modify that, we can still modify the edited points. We can edit the shape. We can modify to a different shape. Here, having path means that path will allow you to edit the shapes. Clear? Gone. My shape is modified. Okay, I'm Control Alt Z, undo this, Control Alt Z. I'm doing all modifications, go back, step back. Okay, this is it. But if you do with a raster, like if I do this with raster, like this rectangle, that is fixed. If you want to modify this shape, that is not possible. There is no editing points here. This is not a path. This is just selection. Okay. But here it is a path. Whatever you draw using this polygon tool, rectangle tool, that is a path. You have to draw in shape mode, that will be a path. If you're drawing in pixels mode, you cannot see the path. You cannot edit the path. That is just like your normal selection tool only. Okay. Pixels mode is like your normal raster image. Shape is vector, path also vector. Pixels will become like your normal raster image. Okay. Again, it is coming back to pixels means raster. Pixels means raster. Okay. Path means vector. Okay. So see here, when I'm drawing shapes, I can give stroke also here. Open this, I can give stroke color. Like I'm giving red color stroke with a green color fill like this. So I can see here, I can still edit the stroke width here. Okay. Select this layer. This stroke width I can edit like 50. I can draw shapes with stroke and fill. I can have dotted lines. I can have like dotted lines like this. I'll show you that. So here we have dotted lines, dashed lines, and this is dotted lines. So our design can have this kind of options. Okay. There are more options. You can decide how much gap we need. That and all available here in the more options. You can experiment with the values. Whenever it is needed in our lesson, I will use that settings. Okay. Right now I'm not going with these options, but remember that we can have fill, we can have a stroke, we can increase the stroke width like 10 points and click enter. Stroke will get increased. We can change it to line stroke, dashed stroke, dotted stroke. These are the options available here. And whenever you scale this one to a bigger size, it will maintain the same quality. Like if I change this to small, alt drag copy, and if I change this to a bigger size, it will have the same quality as the smaller one. Okay, bigger one is having the same quality as the smaller one. The sharpness will remain same.
But in selection tool, it will change, right?
Yes, in selection tools, when you drag a small rectangle to big rectangle, what happens? I showed you. When you drew this one like this, and fill with this and give a edit stroke, same image I'm getting here, like edit stroke. Similar things we can do. Okay, this one I give 10 pixels width of stroke, and here itself we can see it's getting blurred here. This one, this edge. The sharpness of this one, you can see it is like a L-shaped bend, and here it is not L-shape, it is getting rounded corner in the stroke. There are certain limitations to the raster images. If I drag this one, control alt drag, duplicate, and drag this one to a bigger size, sorry, undo this, undo, control Z, drag this one to a bigger size like this, and see the image will get blurred. You can see these edges are getting blurred, not sharp. Even the quality of this green and magenta mixing here is getting blurred. This edge is blurred. But in raster, when you scale, it has fixed line, straight line, a solid line. See the difference? Here the quality loss is happening. Here there is no quality loss. So whatever we have done till now using rectangles and circles, you have to do with this, that's it. This has a fill color separately. We can't fill the foreground color. We have to fill using this fill color. We have to use the strokes from here, not from the edit stroke. And width of the stroke can be modified at any point of time. We can increase or decrease at any point of time. It is not fixed. Okay? Variable. It is a variable. Like if you want to modify the width, then you can increase or decrease at any point of time. But edit stroke is fixed. Once you're done with that, that is fixed. Okay, here it is not fixed. We can modify the designs as per our need, as per our design. Say if you are making a smaller design, you may need smaller width. If you are making a higher design, like a large hoarding, then you may need higher border. So that time you can just increase the value here. That will be very easy. You don't have to redesign entire thing. The existing design will be sufficient for your entire scaling, entire layouts, whatever sizes you are taking, this will be enough. Okay, there is a difference between the raster and the vector. So you know what is raster and vector tools. These are the raster selection tools and these are the vector selection tools. And one more thing is we can convert vector to raster, raster to vector also. Okay, we can convert them, but there are certain limitations also. I'll show you.
Sir,
Yeah.
excuse me, sir. Sir, what is the use of having both raster and vector in Photoshop? We can always use vectors, no?
Photoshop actually, when they started with raster. Vector is the new
Okay.
technology. They adopted to that. It's an add-on tools.
Okay.
Raster is old technology. Vector is a new technology. Both are there.
Okay.
Okay. If you go to Corel Draw, that is purely vector based. Whatever you draw in that Corel Draw or Adobe Illustrator, that is vector graphics. That is the advantage of that. Means every time you work with paths, fill colors, you can't get gradient colors.
So,
Okay.
so we can't design flexes and all in Illustrator.
You can design.
Okay.
You can design in here also. You can design with vector.
Yeah, but generally people use
Yeah.
Photoshop only. Yeah.
See, it's like advanced softwares are there for any software. There is competition going on. Okay.
But there are more options in raster, right? Like we can use more colors.
Yes, one has advantage of colors. One doesn't have advantage of colors. Okay.
Okay.
Raster, you can get more colors. Like if you are drawing in raster, you can draw a gradient.
Hmm.
Okay. So when I take a new rectangle and draw gradient in that, I can draw gradients in this. But as in vectors, if you draw a shape, okay. If I want to draw a gradient, take a gradient tool. No, it's saying to stop. The
Okay.
tool is not working, right? But in layer
Yes,
this
sir.
one, the tool is working. We can draw.
Hmm.
You can draw here. But when I go to this layer, rectangle layer, the tool will tell you cannot draw. The tool itself saying a stop symbol, limited.
Okay,
Gradients
sir.
are not allowed in the custom shapes and all. But there is a possibility to draw. If you want to fill this with a gradient, there is a possibility. We can cheat it using some effects here. There are effects. We will discuss that effects in the another class. Okay, we
You
have.
said we can convert raster to vector and vector to raster, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Then after converting, if we convert a gradient into vector,
Possible,
will the, okay, we
possible.
can get gradient in vector again.
Yeah, we can get gradient in vector itself using effects. Okay, there
Okay,
are
no, no, no.
effects.
Without using all that,
Mhm.
if we convert a raster to vector, will that be converted exactly
Yes.
with the same colors? Okay.
Okay. See here, raster to vector not possible in Photoshop. That you have to do in Illustrator or Corel Draw. But vector to raster it is possible in Photoshop. Okay, simple. This rectangle is vector, right? So if you want to convert this one to raster, you can right click here, not in the thumbnail. Right click here. Is there anything called rasterize?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Rasterize
rasterize
layer.
layer.
So when you complete this action, rasterize layer, what happens? The pixels is fixed, definite. It will become definite. Converted. Then you will lose all the editing options of path. You cannot. It will become just like your image. Whatever image you are using, it's like that. Downloaded image or a photograph. Raster means it is again becoming converting to pixels. There is no path. You see here, this rectangle has path. I can edit the stroke color. I can edit the stroke dotted lines like this. Like this.
Sir,
After converting, one second. After converting
yes,
to
sir.
raster, the design is same, but the pixels, number of pixels in this dot is fixed. You cannot scale it up or down. That is fixed.
There
Okay.
is no point in converting, right?
Sometimes we have to do. Okay. Depends on what kind of work you are doing. I'm just giving introduction to what is raster and what is vector. So when you are using practically, I will convert it. Say if I want a gradients in this, I want to convert it. Clear? Say if I want to do something here using brush tools or gradients, I have to convert it. There is no other go. But usually we don't convert it, we keep it as it is and you get print of this one. Okay, clear? What is the difference? What are the tools we use? We understood, right? Vector graphics and raster graphics. So in the next
Sir,
class,
while filling the color in this vector image,
yeah,
the, what are the options that are on the top? The lines and all. Yeah.
textures, these are textures.
So we can fill in textures here.
We are using raster again in the vector. Okay.
No, no.
Yeah, we can fill textures, gradient. Here gradient option is there.
In vector.
Yeah, we have. We have here. We have no color, color, solid color,
Hmm.
and gradients. We have gradients here, but that is raster again. Okay,
Okay.
gradient is a
Once
raster.
we use
Uh,
once we use the gradient, it becomes raster.
yes, it becomes raster. Raster
Okay.
means the path is available. Always a gradient is a raster.
Okay.
When you scale up the gradient, you will see the difference.
Acha.
Okay.
That is why you said we should use FX, right? Then it won't convert into raster. It will be vector itself.
Ah, yes. you can see these options also. Okay, we can fill with some textures like this. You can fill with some images. It's gone. Undo. So some textures, okay, patterns we can fill with that. That is again filling with the raster images. These all are rasters only, okay.
Okay.
This girl photograph means pixel dependent
Raster.
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 When you scale up or down, that will get blurred. Only solid colors will remain in high quality, okay. Other things will get blurred. So in next class, we will learn how to create buttons and styles for this. Something like this. Not this one. I have to go with solid color. We'll learn about styles, okay? Sorry, not this one. Sorry, that's gone. Alright. Yeah, why it is going when I'm moving? Shit. Workspace, reset 3D, new workspace, painting, photography, essentials, workspace, reset, essentials. Oh yeah, now I got everything in place. When your interface is messed up, you go to workspace, take essentials in the workspace and reset essentials. Everything will be in place like layers, adjustments and swatches like this. So there are some styles. We will see these styles, how to create these styles, buttons, okay? These are different effects. We have these styles. We will discuss about these styles, patterns, styles. Till now we have worked with solid colors. We'll discuss about textures, patterns, gradients, and different styles. Clear? Say if you have text, we can convert that to a different style text. In styles, we have this one. You can directly click hit. And if you want to customize, how to customize that, we will discuss in the next class. Okay. Pen tool also not completed. Pen tool is a big topic. I will discuss that pen tool in another class. But till now, what we have done is only this shapes: rectangle, circle, custom tool, line. We have these lines. Line also you can convert to a bigger line, thicker line. Like that. Okay. So there are lines. So you just check these lines, shapes, custom tool, custom shapes. In the custom shapes, you can find all this. If you don't find all this, what happens is by default you will see something like this. Like this. Only few tools will be visible. That bunny is not visible, right? In this. So what you have to do is you have to go to this settings button. In 1 minute we'll close, guys. Just small topic. In the shapes, you will see only 10 to 12 shapes here. Okay. So what happens is you have to click all in the settings. There is a small settings wheel here. You know this wheel, right? Settings wheel, this icon. So this settings you have to open. There you will see all animals, arrows, different groups. If you want to see all together, you click on all. If you want to see only animals, you can click on animals, only arrows, artistic textures, banners, awards. So you can go with a single group. Right now, only some arrows are visible here. Okay. So you can go here go to this one, click animals, just click OK. You will see only animals. Sorting, okay? It is very easy to sort which images you want. You want music symbols, go to music and click OK. You will see only music symbols. If you click all and click OK, you will see all together, and you don't know where is your music symbol, you don't know where is your animal. Okay, so there are some categories here, some groups, like you can go with ornaments, for example, ornaments, click OK. You will see ornament designs. You can draw these shapes, like these shapes. Okay, if you go to animals here, only animals will be there, click OK. Dog, cat, everything is there. These are just flat shapes. When you're drawing, you shift. Okay, otherwise you will draw like this. When you're drawing, you shift, the proportions will be correct. Bird, a flying bird, you have a parrot. You can change the color to green. Why it's not changing? Okay, you can draw again. Okay, oh my god, undo this, change to green and then draw, get this, like this. Clear? These are just shapes. Okay, so that's it, guys. You just go and check these shapes, custom shapes. Go here and check all the variety of groups here. That's it. We will see an example on this in the next class.
Sir, I have a doubt from the previous class.
Yes. Ask.
Uh, in a rectangle box, I placed half ellipse, and when I filled in the color in the ellipse, the color was coming only in the half that is visible. The other half that was not visible, when I tried to scale it into a bigger canvas, I had to replace the image.
So which one you are designing? Web?
No. The assignment that you gave yesterday, you asked us to.
So you have drawn a rectangle, right?
Yeah.
Rectangle. Taken a new layer.
Yes, sir.
New
Fill in
layer.
the color.
That you are filling gradient.
Yeah, anything.
Gradient. Okay. For example, this one. So what happened exactly?
Now put a ellipse in that, sir.
Again ellipse in this. Okay.
Yeah, with a new layer.
With new layer. I have to press Ctrl D. Deselect this. Ctrl Shift N. New layer. And then draw ellipse here.
No, yeah, ellipse into that half. Yeah, half of the ellipse.
Okay. You want to cut like that.
Yes. Actually, I was trying to make some shape to make the text visible.
Okay. You are trying to cut the shapes, right?
Yeah, yes.
So work in the same layer. Don't take a new layer. Delete this layer. Delete this layer. Work in the same layer. You want to cut this means you can select like this and delete. Select like this, delete. You are in the same layer.
No, not cutting, sir. I just wanted to put some oval shape to my text, like a background.
Okay. So you are taking two layers and the gradient is not working in both the layers at a time, isn't it?
కాదు సార్ ఇప్పుడు నేను ఆ రెక్టాంగిల్ మీద ఒక న్యూ లేయర్ లో ఎలిప్స్ పెట్టాను అనుకోండి.
ఓకే.
హాఫ్ ఎలిప్స్. ఇప్పుడు దాంట్లో కలర్ ఫిల్ చేయండి, వేరే కలర్.
ఓకే, గాట్ ఇట్. యు వాంట్ టు డ్రా లైక్ దిస్, కరెక్ట్?
ఇప్పుడు మీకు ఇక్కడ ఎలిప్స్ అంతా కూడా ఫుల్ కలర్ వచ్చింది కదా సార్. నాకు అట్లా కంప్లీట్ రాలేదు సార్, ఓన్లీ కొంచెమే వచ్చింది. ఐ మీన్ ఏదైతే ఆ రెక్టాంగిల్ దీంట్లో ఉందో దాని వరకే వచ్చింది.
ఓకే ఓకే. సో ఫస్ట్ క్రియేట్ ద సెలెక్షన్ ప్రాపర్లీ ఫర్ దిస్ టాస్క్. లైక్ యూ వాంట్ టు క్రియేట్ ఎ రెక్టాంగిల్ విత్ ఓవల్ ఎడ్జ్, right? Like rounded rectangle, right? So rectangle.
Or sir, లేకపోతే ఒక స్మాల్ క్యాన్వాస్ తీసుకుందాం సార్. నిన్న యూజ్ చేసిన మెజర్మెంట్స్ తో స్మాల్ క్యాన్వాస్ తీసుకుందాం సార్.
You want to create something like this, huh? So you want to create other shapes means I have solution. You can use this. Okay. Rectangles and circles are gone now. Okay, forget about that. From now onwards, use rectangle like this. You want to draw another circle here. Okay. You can draw another circle in this. Make sure you are not using strokes. Okay, something like this.
For this also deselect only, Rakesh garu.
అర్థం కాదు. This also.
అంటే ఇవి సెలెక్ట్ చేసాక కూడా డీసెలెక్ట్ అయినా ఎంటారా ఏంటి అంటే హౌ టు ఎండ్?
End means it will end automatically.
ఓకే, మనం ఏం చేయక్కర్లేదు.
Just draw it. It will come in a new layer. That is done.
ఓకే,
No worries. Draw, leave it. That's it. It comes as a new layer. So you want to create some shapes. You can copy the same layer. Control J, copy, and then move it here. Something like this. You can create something shapes like this. Okay, like this. Simple. Understood? So we will be creating this in the next class. We will use this and create some buttons, backgrounds, backdrops using custom shapes.
సార్ ఒకసారి క్యాన్వాస్ స్కై స్క్రేపర్ తీసుకురా. నిన్న మనం
Take new canvas. A size?
నిన్న మనం చేసిన ఐ థింక్ 130 into
Web size, huh?
skyscraper.
Skyscraper, okay. White skyscraper. Okay, click OK like this.
ఇప్పుడు దీంట్లో ఒక ఎలిప్స్ ఫిల్ చేయండి సార్. ఫిల్ చేసి దాంట్లో కలర్ ఇస్తే.
I'm drawing an ellipse.
Not completely, half ellipse.
You want half ellipse like a D shape? You tell me that. Done.
కాదు సార్,
నాకు అర్థం కావట్లేదు. అంటే ఇక్కడ నుంచి డ్రా చేయమంటారా?
అట్లా చేయండి సార్.
ఇట్లా డ్రా చేస్తున్నా. ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు కలర్ ఫిల్ చేస్తే ఓన్లీ ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ నిన్న మనము ఈ లేయర్స్ ని పెద్ద క్యాన్వాస్ లోకి మూవ్ చేయడం నేర్చుకున్నాం కదా సార్.
అవునవును.
సో నేను కలర్ దీంట్లో ఫిల్ చేసినప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే ఆ రెక్టాంగిల్ పార్ట్, అదే ఐ మీన్ వైట్ క్యాన్వాస్ కనిపిస్తుందో దాని వరకే కలర్ వస్తుంది. మనం పెద్ద క్యాన్వాస్ లోకి మార్చుకునేటప్పుడు ఇంకా ఆ ఎలిప్స్ ని కొత్తది పెట్టుకొని చేసుకోవాలా సార్, లేకపోతే దాంట్లో కలర్ ఫిల్ చేసుకోవడానికి మళ్ళీ ఏదైనా ఆప్షన్ ఉంటుందా?
మీకు ఇన్వర్ట్ అవుతుందా కలర్? లోపల ఫిల్ అవ్వకుండా బయట ఫిల్ అవుతుందా?
లోపలే ఫిల్ అవుతుంది.
లోపల ఫిల్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే.
ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని సేవ్ చేసి ఈ లేయర్ ని కొత్త క్యాన్వాస్ మీద తీసుకెళ్ళండి సార్, లార్జర్ క్యాన్వాస్ మీదకి.
ఓకే. కన్వర్ట్ దిస్ లార్జర్ క్యాన్వాస్, రైట్? Maybe I will convert this to with 300 పెడదాం.
300, yeah.
600 పెట్టినా. Click OK. A different canvas size. Now it is like this. ఇప్పుడు you want to transfer this one, right?
కానీ మనం
Control T and drag it. ఇంతేనా?
కానీ ఇప్పుడు నేను అక్కడ యాక్చువల్ గా పెట్టింది అక్కడ ఎలిప్స్ కదా సార్. ఇప్పుడు నాకు ఆ ఎలిప్స్ కావాలంటే రాదా, ఓన్లీ దీని వరకే వస్తుందా?
That is not possible.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, ఇది క్రాప్ అయిపోతుంది. It will crop. You try this with the shapes, then check. Let's see that. Okay. ఒకసారి shapes తో try చేద్దాం. Web. I click OK. You draw a shape. Then convert the canvas size. Canvas size and pixels. This one 300, 900. It's there.
Yes sir.
Understood the difference?
Yeah, understood.
That is fixed resolution. You can't change it. This is resolution independent, size independent. Vectors are size independent. Okay. It will be there when you change the sizes.
Okay sir.
Got it? So that's the topic. When you're working with vectors, you have some advantage. What is the advantage of vectors?
We can scale or increase the size to infinite.
Okay. So if you are designing a small brochure and you want to convert that to a big, large hoarding, okay, you can convert it. That advantage is there. So that shapes will be retaining like that only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So there are some other tools also. If you don't want this shape like this, whatever you created in the initial stage, you want to retain the same shape, that is also there. If you don't want this become to circle, you want like the previous one, we can do that also. Okay. So that things like adding, subtracting circles or rectangles, these modes are there that we will discuss. Okay. In the next class, we will discuss how to add two circles into one layer. This is ellipse, right? If I add a rectangle here, that's going into a different layer. I want that in this layer only, like unique shape.
If it's raster, then it will be into same layer, right?
Without
Unless or until we take into layer.
without converting to raster, creating our own custom shapes. That will be another class. Right now, we are using only whatever is available in Photoshop, like parrot, dog. These all are available in Photoshop. Say I want to create a tiger shape. I want to create a human eye, like a big boss icon, like logo designing. I want to create a custom logo. I have to use vectors. So vectors will be resolution independent. Okay, that logo can be printed on a small 1-inch image or a big hoarding also. Okay, so creating our own shapes using pen tool. Clear? That will be our next topic, and converting raster to vector. That will be also covered in the next class. Today we have learned only the differences between raster and vector tools. We have seen some examples using this. That's it. Okay, this class is this much only. Clear? We have more to learn about creating our own shapes. Done? You just go and practice
Yes.
this, use these tools. Okay, try to create your own designs using these tools, like whatever we have designed till now, you can convert that to vector, like redraw the same design. Okay,
Okay, sir.
doubts clear అయిపోయిందా డైలమాలో ఉన్నారా?
Yes. అర్థమైంది సార్.
అర్థమైందా? ఓకే ఓకే దెన్ సీ యు ఇన్ మండే నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్. Bye guys.
Thank you, Rakesh garu.
Thank you. Bye.